Darkness will fall when the light is gone. Your blood runs cold and your time is done. As we dance our last waltz, darkness will fall. When demons roar, angels cry. Darkness will fall when the light is gone. Your blood runs cold and your time is done. As we dance our last waltz, darkness will fall.
Cornelius has shut down the Majestic since the incident. All of our agents and staff are either working remotely or have been temporarily reassigned to one of our satellite facilities. Can you believe that he is trying to stick to that ridiculous cover story? I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that no report was filed. No one even heard the gunshot. One thing's for certain. Fenton has demonstrated that he has a better grasp upon his abilities. Was Artifacts able to answer all of your questions?
I'm done playing games with you.
Beg pardon?
After all these years. You must have thought I was an ignorant asshole.
I don't understand. Where is this coming from?
Drop the act. Now it's just fucking insulting.
Who told you?
Does it really matter?
No. But if you do know, then you understand what it is we are working towards. How everything has been carefully planned, no matter how random things may appear to be.
Yeah. I'm knee-deep in your collective bullshit.
And have you come to grips with the part that you must play?
You mean I'm some sort of half-assed anomaly?
Oh no. You are no anomaly. You, Osirus, are the last hope we have.
Is that right?
Do you seriously think for a moment that this case was dropped into Mal's lap without some form of predestination? No. She was chosen. We needed her to start the equation. Like the wick, so to speak.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She never investigated this murder. Not in the infinite lifetimes that have cycled through. Not once. We knew for something to happen, you would eventually have to be involved.
So you orchestrated that as well?
Oh, I orchestrated everything. And your buddy Riley assisted in every step.
You keep him out of this. This madness belongs to you, and your cohort Cornelius, and you two alone. He never betrayed my friendship. There's no hiding from the fact that you did.
The charade with you was an unfortunate necessity.
Unfortunate? Unfortunate? You played me from the get-go.
Oh, you haven't the slightest idea.
What the hell does that mean?
It means I have been here from the beginning, from the moment of your mother's birth. That was the fixed time that we knew we could build upon.
My mother?
She never married, never had children, and always died before the age of 20. That was her pattern, continuously looped to ensure absolute predictability. Like every other mortal, her fate etched into the fabric of time itself. Or so fate thought. But with one slight manipulation, we were able to alter history, change reality. Now the future is more malleable. In a sense, in a way, that fate can no longer predict. That's why she is becoming so desperate. She can feel the power slipping through her fingertips and is utterly clueless as to why.
And I assume that manipulation is a veiled reference to my birth.
It took billions of computations, but the combination of your father and your mother was the only one. The only one.
That's impossible. My life had to have spawned other eventualities. Just like the rest.
In any other circumstance, you would be correct. Humanity has lived lifetime after lifetime through a variation of fate's pattern of restart after restart. But you are utterly unique, completely singular, freed from the fetters of fate's vicious cycle. And now, all we can do is hope that with all of our preparations, you will fulfill your purpose. Any other intervention on our part will ensure that fate can identify you and the threat that you pose.
My father beat my mother for years. Tormented me from age 8. He nearly crippled me when I turned 13. He left my mother blind and deaf on the right side. No one stopped it. No one believed it. For years, I thought it was a broken system. It's what pushed me to become a cop and join the FBI.
By your own words, to ensure that you are on the correct path.
He fucking killed her! Then blew a little brains he had out the back of his skull in front of a child. I still can't escape that moment. I wake up covered in sweat, haunted by her screams, tormented by the horrific memories of how he brutalized her. You made every second of that nightmare happen.
The path to salvation is never an easy one. The death of your partner at the hands of the serial killer inspired you to become a profiler. Your discovery of Alexander destroyed your career, which led you to Majestic. You see, with every tragedy served an undeniable purpose. Without it, your existence would be completely impossible.
You fucked up my life!
To save countless others. An entire universe of them.
Maggie.
Her death was required too. For without it, you would have never have given up on her. Or her on you. That was a love that surprised even me. Which is no small feat. If you had married, it would have completely collapsed our plan.
Why even have us meet at all? You damned her because of me!
To set you on a clear path. Each death and every pain. You see, it's through suffering that mankind realizes its true purpose, finds a reason for its very existence, the strength to accomplish greatness.
I was never able to love anyone again. She was the only one to reach me. After all that happened. And you took that from me. In the most vile way possible.
Because solace was required to keep you focused.
You son of a bitch!
Now comes the moment where the future will be decided, whether you become the hero or the villain of this story. See, heroes and villains are both conceived and born through pain. The villain embraces it to justify their misdeeds. The hero uses all that they are to overcome it, turning their greatest darkness into impossible hope.
Don't you fucking preach to me. There were lives. Human lives. Not pawns in your sick and twisted game. Expendable, without the slightest hint of remorse. You can rationalize it any way you want. But you're a new kind of fucking evil.
Those pawns that you so mentioned, in fact, are the most powerful pieces on the board. Everyone's too focused on the bishops, the rooks, the queen. But the pawn can bring about checkmate just as easily as those pieces. And the pawn's opponent never sees it coming.
Congrats. Now you sound exactly like Cornelius. I guess it's true. Twisted fucks do think alike.
Whether you can stomach it or not, it is what is required. Mankind has been lost for thousands of lifetimes. Not by my hands, but by fate's. Each life suffering over and over again without relief or rescue. Ignorant to the relentless riptide, mercilessly drowned and then spit back up from the breakers. Amnesiacs forced to run the lemmings race without rescue. And you have the audacity to bitch and moan because you have suffered one lifetime of hardship. You have no choice. None of us do. There is only this and ruin.
You act as though I can actually make a difference in all this. I'm one man. I'm not like you. I'm not like her. I don't know how to play God.
You don't have a choice. It'll be you and you alone that either becomes mankind's savior or its subjugator. So now you know what it means to be a god. For what it's worth, I truly value your friendship. It was a privilege. One that creatures such as myself do not deserve. Nor are we capable of understanding it.
I hate you. More than I've ever hated anything or anyone in my life.
Understandable.
But you need to tell me everything. Everything I don't know. Everything you've kept secret. Every fucking thing.
I'm assuming that did not go well. How long ago did he leave?
It has been hours.
Why were you so hellbent on telling him now?
Because it's the right time. The window is closing too fast for us to wait. Interesting choice. What prompted this change?
He's here.
Where and when?
That doesn't matter. This is just to buy me some more time before our inevitable meeting.
Then we must expedite our plans.
What will you have me do?
You must kill the witch.
If I kill her, where does that leave our issue with chaos?
There is a contingency.
Will it succeed?
In time, it will prove to be a better plan.
You better be right.
Angel, it has been a long day, and I am in no mood for any further insolence.
Fine. If this succeeds, does our bargain still remain?
Yes. You will be granted all that was promised, and more.
How do I know you keep your word?
Because I have no good reason to betray you.
Then the witch will die tonight. And unlike your cohort, I will leave nothing to resurrect.
Make certain, because I will know if the deed is done.
Don't worry, old friend. As you so eloquently stated, I have no reason to betray you.
Osirus must finish this. I will be freed from this place and time.
Is that all you truly seek in this bargain?
There is no greater gain than to be freed from this existence.
Then where will you go?
To finish what I started. Once and for all.
Darkness will fall when the light is gone. Your blood runs cold and your time is done. As we dance our last waltz, darkness will fall. And your time is done. As we dance our last waltz, darkness will fall.